Hello. Okay, so this is my journey throughout this project with my goal of increasing exercise intensity and frequency. Um, Originally, my goal was to get up to 60 minutes of vigorous exercise a week, vigorous outdoor exercise, also to increase progressive overload in my strength training and maintain 300 minutes of moderate to vigorous exercise per week. And my definition of success was meeting these numerical targets while enjoying the process in a safe way. So the techniques that I applied were goal setting, weekly targets, self-monitoring using my Aura Ring, tracking energy expenditure, and strength training logs to keep track of my progressive overload for certain exercises. I use social support, exercising with friends and family, as well as my clients. And over time, I had to modify shifting my gym based workouts to home for a few different reasons, one of which because of injury, and also just because of schedule constraints. It ended up making more sense for me to continue those workouts at home with an online program. And also integrating outdoor exercise during work breaks, but also during work with my clients. The theories that I used were the self-determination theory, focusing on autonomy, competence, and relatedness, and also social cognitive theory, and the importance of reinforcement and social modeling. So the measurements that I used, objectively, I used my Aura Ring to measure intensity and energy expenditure. Subjectively, I used a training log to track progressive overload. And then eventually, as I transitioned into this online program, I was able to track my progress like through their resources as well. So evaluating my success. I did meet the 300 minutes of moderate to vigorous activity week. Previously, I was doing mostly moderate. Unfortunately, because of I say unfortunately because I'm having trouble with adapting my understanding of success within my expectations coming into this. But I was able to maintain moderate activity, about 300 minutes a week. I struggled to find ways of increasing intensity with the injuries that I had. So adapting my workouts to maintain consistency was a success. Although I did miss the targets of increasing to vigorous activity um, due to the diagnosis of my umbilical hernia, and that as I was progressively overloading, it was getting worse. So although I was getting stronger, the tissue of my linea alba was not, and therefore I was not able to progressively overload as I would have liked, which did allow me to find other ways of challenging intensity. I was able to challenge intensity in my hikes by taking longer or more strenuous hikes. So again, the challenge that I faced was that progressively overloading, which was my goal, was in direct contraindication for my injury. And therefore, that was not a way I was able to increase intensity. So I had to find other ways to do so. Lessons learned. Flexibility and adaptability are key in behavior change interventions, which I learned firsthand. Social support and self-monitoring are also highly effective motivators. I thrive on social support. Developing a contingency plan for unseen barriers and incorporating alternative activities could be future improvements. Although, again, the struggle that I had was finding alternatives that also increased intensity while not contraindicating my injury. So I feel like I did the best job that I could with that. It was a challenge. Um, and despite the challenge, this did reinforce the importance of aligning goals with personal values and maintaining motivation. And behavior change really does help in unforeseen circumstances.